Right, we are back, and this is the Chinese Grand Prix, and as you can see, I have managed to qualify third. So I was surprised at the result and wasn't too sure how I would fare in this race. Regards to China, I'm not too bad around this track. It's one of my favourites, but it's not a track that I keep running back to be fair. To qualify third was an achievement for me. It's also worth saying that Nico Rosberg was showing that he was going to start the race in second place. He has unfortunately picked up a grid penalty, as you will see on the start of the grid in a moment. He drops down to 6th, I believe, so goodness knows where he's picked up. So that elevates me on the front row of the grid. So I have to nail my start, because the past few races and practices that I've had, I have struggled with the clutch control on my car. I'm now getting in the psyche that it's worrying me to the point that I have to become smoother, and especially in the conditions shown. It is pouring down with rain. When I first saw this, I couldn't believe my luck. I thought this is going to be eventful. I don't know how I would fare. I'm not the quickest, and hopefully the rain will play some part in the final standings and hopefully propel me to a potential win, because I am on the front row. I think I could do fairly well, but it will need a lot of luck regards to the rain. I hate the rain, I hate racing in it, and we'll just have to see how we fare.
Back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you.
It was also worth mentioning that I was already thinking on the possibilities of what could happen in this race, on strategy, the weather and all the changes. So I had a lot to think about before this race start.
You qualified higher than we were expecting, so see if you can keep this position in the race.
So, onto the formation lap, and disaster.
Anti-stall, anti-stall. Let's repeat the start procedure to get going again.
Seriously? I could not engage the clutch point, and it is still troubling me to this point in time. I cannot get that sorted out. Now, I am limping, sort of, to get back to my grid position. At this moment I am furious with myself, thinking that this is your best chance to maybe grab some big points, and if you can't get away on the line, you've got massive problems. So here we go, we're now going around the last corner onto the pit straight to line up for the start of the race, and my goodness me, I cannot believe what just happened, thinking, oh gosh, if I do this again, I don't know what to think. I really don't. I'm somehow in the early running for the championship. I'd like to maintain it. I know there's harder races to go, and this is one race that I want to perform at. I really need these points from this Chinese Grand Prix. So here we go, and here comes the lights. And off we go, and a terrible start by myself, getting off the line, and I'm really scrapping for the inside line now, but for some reason I go wide and the conditions take me wide, and I am now 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, goodness knows where I am, and literally now thinking this is going to get worse now. So there I am, just literally tucking in behind a high placing McLaren Honda, and I am in fact 5th. Literally the conditions, it's pouring down here, and I literally make a lunge into the next corner and clatter Vettel. I clatter him, clatter Vettel good and proper, as you can tell on the replay. My goodness me, I think I get a warning. Yes, I do, I get a warning and I should be penalised for that. I honestly was a very, very lucky boy. We've got now a yellow flag, green flag scenario. I didn't know what on earth was going on, and it was then official. We did have a safety car for apparently this collision between Max Verstappen and Nico Rosberg. If you can train your eye in the background, you can see a Red Bull and a Mercedes, I was going to say McLaren, there have both spun out and to rejoin. It then promoted a safety car, and I've never had a safety car on this game whatsoever, so I was sort of semi-curious and a little bit thankful because I had a terrible start. I did drop back down quite far and I managed to get back to third place. We're all bunching up, ready to train behind the safety car, and this was an experience for me because I've never had a safety car scenario. I've never raced in a safety car scenario before, so I was very intrigued what was going on, keeping my distance. With the conditions, as you will see shortly, I do find that very hard while following Raikkonen. It is pouring down, and I honestly thought this was going to be a clear race, but no. Again, here we go, catch safety car Q. So here I go, following Raikkonen and Hamilton behind the safety car, which we will pick up shortly. So here we go, we slowly circle round and we pick up the car here. I get very close to Raikkonen there again. I'll get a lot closer in a minute because literally I don't know what I was doing. Braking point, brake bar, I don't know, something was cold. There we go. My race could have been over there and then. Very, very lucky boy. As you can tell, I don't want to stay behind Raikkonen after that, ironically. We're getting a bit of a telling off from the game, which you had to laugh at. Here we go, I believe now the safety car is in this lap, and now Hamilton decide to bunch us all up and dictate the pace of this restart. So we are now, crikey, it is teeming down, and just thinking, oh gosh, I hope I've got the pace, I hope I've got the car all lit up ready for this, and we now await the restart. And just to mention the beautiful graphics in this simulation of the safety car process, it is phenomenal, and I love this game, and I've been playing it so often this week, especially with the Australian Grand Prix coming up this weekend. I'm just so excited for that, and playing Formula 1 a lot on the PlayStation, I must say. So with that little sidestep out the way, here we go, round the final two corners. We are now trying to see a green flag to then go back racing. Is it going to happen? It is. We go green, so racing is now on, and I go really wide, which costs me on the restart. Hamilton and Raikkonen get away, and it now sends me into the clutches of both Vettel and Alonso, and I think it's Ricciardo there chasing down onto my Renault, and we are now trying to eke away from that rubbish restart. For me, again, it's something about restarts that I just cannot master. It is something I have got to improve on, and now I have got to try and get that out of my system. And as I now hunt down Raikkonen and Hamilton,
Our gap to the car in front is 0.8 seconds.
now I feel that I am closing in on Raikkonen, and I am now choosing a spot to flirt for that second position and make sure this sticks. And I believe now this is my chance, and I now try it on. I'm now going to send the Renault up into the inside of Raikkonen. Will it make it stick? Will I make it stick? I do make it stick, and I am up to second place behind Hamilton. Now I can't still believe this. The rain had a little bit of help with the safety car, I must admit. But on this long straight, I've got a big looming Ferrari in my wing mirrors. He must have had DRS or something, because he's now slingshotted around the outside of me for a late lunge, and I'm no, you're not going to have this. No way you're not. And literally outbrake him into the second to last corner and literally hang on to second place. And I'm thinking, crikey, I've got to get clear on that DRS, because that's going to KO me in the conditions here, and who knows, with me being me, I might go off on something, whatever. But here we go, hunting down Hamilton, and I now feel that I have the momentum on him in these few bends, and we're going round onto his back tail, and we dive into the inside and get Hamilton and get the lead, most importantly. So that was phenomenal. I was very happy with that. Just literally treading on thin ice there on the wet patch of the circuit, literally taking Hamilton and first place with me as well. So we are leading the race, my gosh, for the very first time since that Bahrain muck up in lap 1. So here we go. Will we hold on? I'll just go purple through that first sector and go a little bit wide, and we have got to get our head down and concentrate for the remainder of this lap. And I think I go quickest through this sector, I believe, on memory. So yes, just trying to knuckle down. It's quite straightforward. I think I hold out for this lap, and I'm quite chuffed that I believe I set the pace for this lap at the end of this, yes, and that is just confirming I'm 1.5 seconds quicker, because hence the safety car most probably. I don't vouch to be the best Formula 1 gamer regards to my line. As you can see, look, I am going off the racing line at times, so it could be much neater, so I do apologise to you pro F1s that if you are watching. But yeah, I do it for pure enjoyment, and I am going quicker. I have recently been quite chuffed. I have gone round the 1 minute 39.9 on this circuit, which for me is blistering quick, because sometimes I don't even know where I'm blinking going. But yes, I'm loving the Chinese Grand Prix circuit, and I believe I come across the line now to confirm that yes, 1 minute 58 is the quickest lap at the end of lap 6. But I believe we go to lap 11 and we do see a retirement. Carlos Sainz retires with a big engine blowout, and he pulls alongside of the pit straight. And wouldn't it be awesome to actually have some sort of mechanical removal of that car maybe in the future games? And there you go, I'm just saying, that would be a lovely touch and have a nice inclusion maybe in future games, who knows. And if you've got a comment, leave one. Yes, we're on to the last lap, lap 14. It was more or less, I was more or less surprised how easy the momentum I had going from lap 7 to 14. I was sort of left alone, maybe with Hamilton just sort of seeing me at sort of a safe distance, but I was comfortable, I felt comfortable, and I still couldn't believe that I was potentially going to win this if this car holds out for this last lap. I couldn't believe it. Wet, I don't really perform in the wet. I don't like the wet. Give me a sunny day any time to race, but yeah, it's tricky. I don't know how you other gamers do it, but this is a very rare win for me under the scenario of wet weather. So yes, I'm then contemplating, thinking at this moment, I can't believe this, I've never finished on the podium. This is all new to me. I haven't even seen the images that you come across within a Grand Prix. What is it like? What do you do? I've never known the video that gets played at the cutscene and whatnot. So all of this is going through my mind on this pit straight now, because I'm pretty sure that yes, I bagged the points going from China. So this is going to be pretty damn amazing. Excuse my French. But yes, it's literally a few more corners, lovely outshots there. Codemasters to see me take the checkered flag in first position. Big result for me. Very big surprise. Did not expect it. Very pleased.
So, another fantastic victory for Renault today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
It's a heroic effort for any driver to race in conditions like these, and seeing them fight their way to the front was very special indeed. They were able to find all the grip, all the good lines, and have the confidence to get on the power to top it all off. That's what pushed them into first place here today.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Renault team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their drivers walk out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team.
So there you have it. Yes, I did fall silent because I was enjoying the video and the outtakes of what a win brings. So there we go. Top step, and it brings first position to myself, Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Jenson Button, Max Verstappen making the top 5. So yes, massive 25 points in the bank from the Chinese Grand Prix. More than I expected, and there is going to be a lot more difficult Grand Prix ahead. Please feel free to subscribe, like, whatever this video, and I hope to see you at the next Grand Prix video that I plan to release, and there's confirmation of my results. But yes, please follow, like, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I should see you in either the next recorded Grand Prix, or I may do it live. I'm not too sure as of yet, but thank you for watching and take care.